As somebody who's learning data analysis, one of the tools you need to know is Power BI, because with Power BI you can project your data, or you can present your data in an interactive manner. So as you can see, so I'm looking at the various sales reports for the month of, for years like 2022, 2023, 2024. I can also see this data in various forms of graphs. For example, in pie chart, then in donut chart, then of course in a line chart. Of course, we have other ones that you may prefer. Okay, so in this video, we're going to learn how to use Power BI for data visualization, interactivity, then for transformation, and so on and so forth. So we'll see how to bring the data from external sources like Excel, SQL, and the rest. But this particular one, we'll see how we can bring the data from Excel. So first of all, in order to use Power BI, we need to install it. In order to install Power BI, launch Microsoft Store, then type Power BI on the search bar, so you see various results. Okay, so you look for Power BI Desktop. There's another one, Power BI Report Builder, but pick this one, click on Get. Then it takes some seconds or so. Once it's installed, or minutes, once it's installed, click on Open. As you can see, so it opens up like this. Okay, so this is the environment. You have the home, then you have open. So home, they have open. They have where you can sign it, then option and settings and so on. Okay, so now if you want to create a new one, click on new. Once you click on it, opens up this kind of environment, very similar to something like this. So here you can insert, you can check the modeling, look at the various tools, the various menu there. Okay, so then if you want to insert new record, bring in a new data, click on insert. You can see the various ways with which you can insert various records. So just click on Excel book, so you can see the various things here. So to get data, so if you click on get data, you see all these various items. Okay, so this particular one, we're going to look for import Excel data. Okay, click on it. So this is data that I'm going to use. All right, so once you do that, it opens up like this. Then you see the data that you just brought in. You can see it has two tables. So you see the customer info table, then you also see the ordered product table. Okay, they are actually related. Okay, so there's a relationship between these two. There is a relationship between these two. So you can transform the data, or you can load it directly. But let's see if we can transform that. If you click on transform, it opens up like this. So here you can add and remove. That is, you can remove a column like this one, this ordered ID. You can click on it and click on remove, or do so for the rest, or just leave it. Look at it carefully to see the one you are going to remove or keep. Okay, so I'm actually okay with the way that looks. Then of course the customer info, there's something to remove here. The customer name and the customer ID is going to be related. The two tables will be related using the customer ID. So when you are done with that, click on close and apply. So once you do that, it opens up like this. It takes you to this page where you have the various items or the various icons there. So then you look at this second part, the table view. So on the table view, you see the tables here. Okay, you can see this one inside here. Then if you look at the right here, you see the other table. There are two tables in this particular project. Okay, so you have the customer info table, then you have the ordered products table. That's customer info 2, order products 1. Okay, so once you do that, then click on this model view. So you can see the two tables are related. As you can see, there is a relationship between them. So what create that relationship is the customer ID. So the customer ID is within the customer order table, order products, and the customer info. So as you can see, so you see this line connecting them. So like here, right here, so where you have customer ID, this one. Okay, so it is used to relate to the table, order table, which is also has customer ID right there. So that's what relates them. But if this is not there, there's a way you can also create the relationship. So you have the area where you can write your result. Write your query and so on. All right, so that basically settles that. So let's get right into it. Click on insert, pick shapes. On the shape, pick a rectangle. So on this rectangle, you drag it like this. So as you can see, so here, go to this style, and if you like, change the in this case, change the color of the background. Then we need to type some things into it. In this case, we just make sure you put on that button there. Click on so that you on. So just type um, product sales. Okay, so we have product sales there. So that is the text that will appear inside that box. Okay, so just increase the size of the text, and you could change other things like the colors and so on. All right, so you can also align it to left, right, and at the middle, the bottom. Then it's at the left. Then let me just create a padding there so it doesn't jam the wall. Okay, like as you can see here. So I'm giving it 26 px. Okay, so pad it to the left so it doesn't meet the wall there. Okay, so that top is settled. That would be the heading sort of. All right, then now click on the ordered table as you can see. Then pick this line chart right there. So just click on it. It will show up here. Then I can drag it to whatever size I want, as you can see. So I drag it to that size, to this size. Then once you have dragged that, then you need to associate it with a data or some kind of data. All right, so once you have it like this, click on this arrow so to reveal what is within that table. So I'm going to pick the total cost of all the ordered item. Okay, so just click on it, pick it, then you place it, carefully place it on the x-axis of that line chart, as you can see. So as soon as I add that, so it is associated with that particular chart. Then I also need to pick the unit cost, then you drag it to the to the x-axis. So as you can see, so you see that it automatically plots a graph for me. Okay, so now that we have that, so the x and y axis have unit cost and total cost, okay, of the various products, as we are going to see in a moment. So now once we have that, then the next we need to do is I can just adjust this one how we want it. Okay, so it looks like this so far. So the next thing we want to do is to add a card. So that card will more or less give you a summary of the cost. Okay, so of the of the cost. Okay, so as you can see, so you drag that card there. The display will be a little bit different. It will be different from the other one. So what we do, we just put the quantity of the entire product. Then you drag another one there. Put another card underneath the previous one. So this one will show you the quantity. The other one should be cost. Yeah, the other one should be the total cost. So remove that. Then remove this. Then pick total cost. Yes, that will give you the total revenue basically. So why this one will be the quantity, why the other, then this one will be total revenue. Then this one will be, the second one will be the quantity. Yeah, let me drag this one to fit. Okay, so once you have that, I think that settles that so far. Then you can drag it to whatever area that you want. So now let's rename the various these outlooks here. You see the way this place is, just click on it and change it to quantity. Then click on that one. Then look at the bottom here, this right here. Just click on it and you change it to whatever name that here will give it revenue. So that will appear underneath the value right there. Okay, so that settles that. Then we need to put a more or less something that a clickable area that will help us to navigate the various data. Okay, so we look for slicer here among these other visualization tools here. So drag it to wherever you want, but in this case I'm putting it at the right top corner right here. Okay, so and you can, once you have here, it has its own properties where you can use to make it how you want it to be. For example, to make it appear whether vertically or horizontally. Okay, so All right, so then you can make adjustment to make, adjust it to appear how you want. For example, I can collapse all this area so that it can appear how you want. Okay, so uh, adjust this area to suit what you are working on. So now let's adjust the way it looks. Click on visualizations, then click on this format. Then once you look for slicer settings here, so that we can change the way it looks a little bit. So under the shapes, you can see by default is rectangle. Then layout, you have it here. You have it by default is grid. Then you have other items there like single column, single. You have single row and so on. So of course you can change to whatever you want. Depends on your the type of project you are working on. Okay, so I'll just pick. If you pick single column, you can see how it is. They stand on top of each other. So I'm taking it back to. I take it to single row. Okay, so all right. Then of course, how many buttons you have? If you make it one, so it just be one that will appear at a time. But since there are three, I'm working on 3 years, so of course you know what to do. If it's 6 years, you adjust it to 6 and so on. Right? If it's full year, it will be 12. They can also make it gray so that they will not be overpopulating that area, or make it to scroll, or you drop down. So you can change other things here. Okay, so I think this settles this area. So what I want to do here is leave that. So that doesn't have much to do with what we are dealing with in terms of the size. Okay, so then you can adjust the padding just like we did for that rectangular shape the other time. So you can see I can adjust this one so that I don't jump the wall at the left. Okay, so give it as 7, 6. Let's see. Okay, leave that at 4. I think that looks okay. Okay, so that settles that area. So then the next thing we want to do, so you can change the text or the background. So you can change the background of that of the slicer, so I can fit to the. I don't want to have an awkward background on that particular area. So make it the color to blend with the other one. Then you can make the text instead to be at the middle, the right or left. By default, it's at the left, as you can see here. All right, so I think that settles that area. Okay, then you can change the size of the text there. All right, so like that. Okay, I think that settles here. Okay, so then you collapse that so I have more space here. So you can see that as I click on it, so that it works as expected. Okay, so now the next thing is then you can change the type of graph you need, like you can see here, the type of chart. So you can use pie chart. You can use, then whenever you want to change any of these things here, like the chart or the card, you have to click on that thing first. Otherwise, to affect the previous thing you clicked on. Okay, so let me adjust this one. All right, let me adjust this. Okay, so that settles that. So let's work on the buttons of that slicer. Then you have this fill. On the fill, you can change the color, background color to that background is white by default. So you can change it to, let me change to this blue, this shade of blue. So you can see how it now looks. All right, so then here you can change it to whatever color you want. Let me change it to this color. Let's change to lighter color. So click on here. It still looks okay. So all right, so I think that for now we could change it as we move ahead. So as you click on it, you can see that it changes based on what design is doing. All right, so the next thing we want to go do is go to general again, then scroll down, then you can go to effects. So on the effects, then you can remove that background. There's a background there, that white is still coming out. So then click on this color, so to blend. So so that background will not be there anymore. It is time. Let's remove this color. It's too bluish. Let's change that color. It's too bluish. Where is it? Okay. All right. Right here. Okay. You can also work on the divider. I'll work on that color later. Let me just get done with this one. You can also work on the divider, but doesn't except you work on you change the weight and so on. Then change the weight and so on. And the slicer, what is below it, so you can make all those adjustments here and there. All right, so I think okay. So now let's change this one. Let's make it lighter. I think I prefer this. I prefer this one for that those buttons. So as you click on them, so you see how they respond and the kind of color that the buttons have. Okay, so let's just add product sales report there. Okay, I think this is pretty okay so far. So far so good. So you can do all this. Then after you are done with your work, you need to publish it. All right, so you click on publish. Then of course you need to save it. Then click on save to save the work that you have been doing. Then give it a name and save it in whatever direction you want it to be or directory you want it to be. So here I've saved it. Then it will open up like this. They already have, if you have not logged in, you have to log in. That if you have not logged into Power BI, of course here it will ask you to log in, but since I've logged in, I don't need to log in again. But if you have not logged in, it will ask you to log in so I can do this. Then if you don't have an account, the account you are going to use here must be that of an organization or a school, not your normal Gmail, Hotmail and all that, or Yahoo Mail or Yahoo. So it has to be an organization's email or account that you are going to use. Okay, so once you do that, so it's published to a Power BI environment. It shows up on the web, so you can edit it even when it's here. Like here, you can edit it. You can you can do all the jobs that you want to do here. You can change the various charts. Let me just adjust this. So you can change the various charts and the various type of chart here. You can do that. So once you have done this, of course, you can also save it. You can share it. You can send them the URL of this particular project. Okay, so as you can see here, so you see that I can change the pie chart, column chart, and all the rest. So you see the way it works. Yes, just like you have in the desktop. This is actually running on the web. Okay, so this is one that you can share with your colleague or friends, as the case may be. All right, so now that we have done this, so what we need to do is to preview it, to show it in a place that will not be distracting. We don't have any distractions, as you can see. So I can click on the various areas. So and you can adjust it to suit whatever it is that you're working on, to suit your design. So once you have done that, what you need to do, once you make any adjustment, to make adjustment, just click on edit. Once you have made the adjustment, click on view or preview reading and click on full screen, and it appears like this. Reading view rather. Okay, so you have it like that. Then go to full screen. Once you click on reading view, click on full screen, then it shows up like that. You have no distractions doing this. That's the reason for this full screen. Okay, so you have it like this. Then you can also interact with it, because this is what you want your client to see, not this work environment per se. So here they can actually visualize it. So you can also embed it into a web application. All right, so this is basically what you have here. You can change the various types of chart, and even at runtime, that is by the user basically. All right, so you can see what you have here, the revenue, the quantity, and so on and so forth. So this is just an introduction to Power BI. I hope this helped. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Like the video and share it. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.